Your #1 source for news in the desert Southwest. This is News 11 Sunrise.
All right, welcome back everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on Sunrise. And we are very excited this morning because we are debuting a new segment which we like to call What's Trending. And this is our first set of panelists right here, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce everyone. First of all, we have Natasha Herzig, who is a victims advocate. How are you?
Great, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. We are very excited to have you on. We have Mr. Jay Walker, which I'm sure many of you know. You know his voice, right? Do you know his voice?
The man behind the voice.
The man behind the voice. Here he is right here. Jay Walker was a former radio personality here in Yuma. So Jay, we're very excited to have you on.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have Martha Guzman, who is a former KYMA anchor here and also former managing editor. So she's got a little bit of KYMA roots here. She's part of our family. So
well, thank you for having me, John.
Thank you, Martha, for coming on. So first of all, let's talk about these topics. We have 4 topics that we're going to discuss today. Basically, this is stuff that's been trending all week and the hottest topics that everyone's talking about. And the first one is this Obi, the dog.
Oh my God.
Obi the obese dog, I know. He weighed 77 pounds. He's a dachshund. And this dog, if we have the video right here, you can see he was on the Today Show this week. He's so big right there that you can see he can't even really walk right now.
Do they call him Obi for short for obese?
I don't know why they call him
I'm not
Obi.
sure, that's so cute.
I know, it is a little mean if that's the reason why. But this is the question I have for you guys. Okay, so basically the story behind Obi is that his owners were elderly people, and they basically just fed Obi until, you know, in the condition that he's in today. But I want to ask you guys, should the owners be held responsible for the condition he's in? And is that considered animal abuse? So Natasha, we'll start with you.
Well, in my opinion, absolutely, they should be held responsible. You know, children and animals, they rely on us, the adults, to know what's best for them. And of course it's animal abuse. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the dog couldn't say, you're feeding me too much. The dog is just going to eat whatever you're feeding.
Jay, Martha?
Well, I think that because you have to look at the circumstances. It's not a black and white situation. These people obviously were, their health was failing, so they probably didn't have the means to be able to walk the dog. I don't think they were feeding the dog out of malice. I think that they just weren't able to give it the physical activity that dogs require. If you look at dogs are resilient, and he looks like a happy dog.
Yeah.
There was a video of the dog actually eating, and so you have to look at the circumstances. I think, you know, they obviously were able to get this dog to help, and I believe it's a veterinarian technician that adopted it, so it's going to get the help that it requires. But I think that you have to look at the circumstances. These people were elderly, as you mentioned, and they weren't able to give the dog the activity, the physical exercise that it needed. So, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Take it to court? I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, do you take people, I mean, who's watching the couple, the older, do they have children that are watching the parents of the dog, if you will, the people that are taking care of the dog? If they're taking such poor care of the dog, who's watching the elderly people as well? I mean, are they saying, Mom and Dad, look what you're doing to this dog, or maybe their mind just wasn't right, and they just, you know, people all the time from the table, they just feed their dog. Oh, he's happy, he's happy. You got to think about the health of the animal.
That's right. And needless to say, Obi is now under new ownership, and he is actually going on a diet.
Yes.
So he's already lost 2 pounds this week. So we're wishing for the best for Obi. Hopefully he gets more fit. Yes.
Sure, but for right now, there's more to love.
Absolutely. More to love for everyone. We love Obi.
We're pulling for
Big
you.
Obi fans. All right. Well, the next topic we want to talk about is New York City's ban on supersized sodas. They enacted it this week, and of course, I just want to ask you guys, is this ban good to prevent obesity, and should it be enacted in other cities? So just feel free to jump in.
Last I heard, this was America.
Yes.
And we have the right to drink as much soda as we want to, and the government is just jumping into way too many places that are dictating what we can and cannot do. It starts with sodas. Is it going to end up with how many 99-cent hamburgers can you buy? How much macaroni and cheese are you going to be able to buy at the store? It's just the start. Again, the government should not be determining what we're doing. We're supposed to be determining what the government's doing.
Yes.
And I disagree. You know, I think that, well, I disagree with you to a certain extent, Jay. I think that, you know, no one's going to go to jail if they, you know, drink the soda or order 2 16-ounce soda cans. It's just setting a new normal. I think over time, our larges have expanded to extra large. So where do you draw the line? Yeah.
Where you want to as a human being.
Where you want to, but I think that little changes will make a big difference overall, because as a country, we are suffering from a national epidemic of obesity, and I think little changes over time. People still want to buy the soda. They can buy soda. They can buy two. They can buy as many as they want. But as you know, if I'm a responsible business owner, and I care for the health of my customers, I'm going to at least, you know, make the, you know, go down slower, you know, make the extra large down to a regular.
So you're saying
size.
it should be up to the business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's about self-control. You as an individual have the right to make that decision. It's about self-control. And let me tell you, 32-ounce sodas that are being banned are not the reason why America is obese.
No, it's all about portion control. But you know, as
Nobody should dictate that you're portion control,
no
though.
one should dictate. But I think that, you know, if we show this to kids, they're going to see that as the new normal.
Right.
You know, it's all about, you know, start it off small. When they're older, whatever, they can go and make their own decisions. But is this what we're showing our children? You know, oh, here, what size do you want? Oh, I want the
You're
large.
teaching your children how to make better decisions.
Yeah, but you're not with your children all the time. When they're with their kids, and you know that, they're what they get at school lunches and stuff, they make decisions on their own. So I think that it's important to.
So very interesting
Well,
points here. We're gonna go real fast here. We're gonna have to wrap up, but just real fast. We're gonna talk about the iPhone unveiled. Just gonna ask you guys just to give me one answer. Is it a technological achievement or overhype?
Overhype.
Who cares?
You know, I think it's overhyped.
Overhype. All right, there you
Can I
go.
just say,
iPhone 5.
I had my iPhone for 2 days and got rid of it, so there you go.
Oh, there you go. See, well, there you have it, folks. iPhone 5, you heard it from our panelists here. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and we look forward to having some more discussion in the future here on Sunrise. So we're going to go ahead and send it to break right now.